Good morning, everyone. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Namaste. I thought that I would get to my camera a little bit early this morning and create a spread to share with you so we could all have some cards on the table as the moon is eclipsed. And I know that we've done lots of readings this week and everyone has been contemplating the energy of this day. And so, yeah, I just thought I would offer this. Welcome to those of you that are here live. I have a loud echo. There we go. Is that better? Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your tech help. And I guess that's why you could hear me. Because I had the other camera on. Okay, here we go. Welcome to Donna and Mary Beth and Dee and Hannah. I'm going to put, I will put up banners for the spread. And the spread that we're doing this morning for the eclipse is linked below. I'm sure you saw that on the thumbnail. Okay. And you can print the, I don't know if you can print it. You can take a screenshot of it. Okay. I have been visualizing this week the experience of jumping off a dock into the water and torpedoing down to the bottom of the ocean. And honestly, it just feels like all I need to do is tap the bottom, because what it is that is wanting to be transformed this eclipse is it's not unfamiliar. It's not unfamiliar at all. It's something that is so very, very ready to come to the surface. And I don't think this is going to be that difficult for any of us. It will be just a matter of kind of, smiling to ourselves and going, okay, this is what it is. And I think already this morning I have had my answer. So of course, Scorpio, Lunar Eclipse, I am shuffling the Marielle Tarot. All right. Here we go. All right. Shuffle and cut. First card is going to be placed at the center of the spread. And I'm going to place all the cards out as before so you can see where I'm going with this. So my central card is here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I will shuffle these around on the table for you. Okay. One more thing. And also, because we're kind of working in shadow energy, you may want to see who is at the bottom of your deck. And you know what? I am going to actually place this card right here. My intention was, do you see the little star that's on the spread where it said, who is my guide? I feel that, or last night as I was prepping this spread, it would be important to have a muse, a supporting energy of yourself, a court card. I was even thinking that if you had a goddess deck beside you, you could shuffle up a goddess deck. Or if you had an oracle deck of animals and you wanted an animal to support you, that the intention for this position here, where that star is on the spread, that you could shuffle up any deck that you wanted and to choose your guide. And I just think that it's amazing that on the bottom of my deck is a court card, a card that shows a tremendous amount of vulnerability. And I think that's exactly where I need to be right now. Okay, so you have your guide, you have your cards laid out, and we're going to begin right here in the center of the spread. Isn't that interesting? Of course, I have been listening to Vedic astrology blogs, all kinds of astrologers, and I think this is quite hilarious. And I can quite literally see in my spread here the snake rising up from the bottom of the ocean. Now, while Kundalini energy, which is one of the, I guess this is what this card is about. This card is about my fear of walking perhaps in a higher frequency. And maybe this is about all the things I do to keep myself with my feet on the ground. So this is not what I was expecting. I thought that my abandonment pattern was going to arise here. Okay. So what truth am I afraid of? What part, so this is, what part of myself have I been denying? Okay. All right. So now we're going to go over to the bottom left of the spread and look at an action. What do I need to do to bring this fear into the light? Yes, and I want to acknowledge Donna's comment here. And this is what I want to say, this is what I have been, gosh, what year? What year did the Olympics come to Vancouver, Whistler? This was a very transformative year for me. I want to say this is the year that I declared my authenticity. And perhaps this is a deeper realization of where I'm going with this. Okay. Hi, Clevis, welcome. The fear that, so when I look, let's go back to the first question. I just want to, and I don't have time to comment. I'm sorry. I have all the time in the world. Time is an illusion. My intention was not to comment on all of your spreads, but to give you the power to lay out this spread and to support you while you were laying it out. But I do want to just address this because I think this first question is really important. What truth am I afraid of? Perhaps, Mary Beth, this is a time of processing. This is a time you're, okay, so Four of Swords creates sacred space for you to be healing and on your own. Or that you need to give yourself permission to take that space and make that space, rather than being so actively involved in everything that's going on right now. So just sit with that for a little bit. Okay, Let's go to, oh D, that's not an easy one to work with. Let's go to the second card, which is on the bottom left, which is going to talk about the action. And here I have, okay, this is one of my favorite cards in the Marielle. This is the Temperance card. This is me, the water tiger. One of the things I would like to suggest is that if you have, if you would like some help from anyone in the chat in interpreting a card in any position, please be sure to ask, because you know how supportive everyone is here. So this is an action. This is me emerging from the water. I actually need to get out of the muck. I need to get out of the muck. Yes, you are calling me out on my language. All right, let's edit. Let's edit. Okay. I'm going to just do the, so I don't have to change it. How okay. How might, and please, if you have printed anything, this is so good because, and Donna, you are amazing. I am always calling people out on their shoulds and the verbs that take away one's power. How might I, or what is in my, what is the best way? What is the best way to bring this fear? Let's do that. Okay. What is the best way? Oh, Donna, you're brilliant. Thank you. Okay, what is the best way to bring this fear to the light? And with everything that I know about this card, there have been different things arising that have been calling to a stricter routine. So a more disciplined, the Sanskrit term would be abhyas. So for a period of time, my temperance would be calling to a stricter routine, healing and balancing. Ooh, Six of Wands is D's way to the light. Okay. All right, so deepening your understanding. Something you may not be aware of is what is underneath this fear. Why have I been suppressing it? What's going on? Okay. And this makes perfect sense to me. This is the slayer of the ego. And in terms of what I was attempting to express with the central card, there's certain things that I love to do that feel very much a part of a way of life that I was taught as in my yoga training and different disciplines, that there's danger in engaging in. And this really is a card of, there's a fear of letting go. So perhaps, and it's so funny, I often pull up that Marianne Williamson quote, and I really, really should have it here in my banners. I wonder if I do, actually. You know, that quote about the fear of my greatness? I think this is a quote that I should put on my banners and have it there permanently, because it seems to arise over and over. And I invite each of you to think about that. Is there some fear of how great and marvelous you and your life could be? And then the other card on the bottom right, speaks to coping mechanisms. Okay, this is getting lost in the abyss. You know, I think, thank you so much, Donna, you're brilliant. Just in case you're not aware of Marianne's, it's a beautiful long passage. You know, I should really print it and put it in a few places in my house. It's just really amazing. So I'm looking at this card, coping mechanism. Coping mechanism. This is, you know what I feel like this is just dipping my toe in the water and not going further. Because there is a fear to fly. So interesting, I have 2 of Wands and 3 of Wands. This is going to be an amazing journaling experience. And my intention here is that you sit and journal. You sit and journal as the eclipse is actually happening where you are on the planet. And you can be in your own reflections. Okay? All right, and then the card that is up at the top, and please think about your guide as well too. For me, I'm going to work with the Page of Cups. Think about how your guide may be supporting you through, or what way, what would be the path of your guide, or what way, in what method, in what style, in what attitude can your guide support you through your journey? All right, so hi, Kristen. Okay, and then the card up at the top. Okay. Without this fear, who am I? And what does it feel like to be free of this fear? Or what does it feel like to stand in my truth? So, you know, and I'm looking at your comments, and it sounds like this spread is revealing. It's kind of hard hitting for in many positions for you. So this is great. This is great. It's, you know, another thing I was thinking of, I'm going to look, oh my goodness. You won't believe what card is up at the top. You won't, but oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to really have to, it's a it's a major arcana, and you won't believe what it is. Okay. That's not what I wanted to say. There's another piece of this that I would like you to perhaps just doodle down on your journal as you're reflecting on your spread. And that is the 5-5 portal notion. And depending on how you work with the number 5, I really feel, if we're looking at the energy of the tarot, the 5 in the Tree of Life is that energy of Mars. This is like getting a tarot spread with a tarot spread with a bunch of 5s in it. 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords kind of thing. And this, if we can commit to this transformation, if we can release this fear, then it's so magnificent. It's almost like this eclipse on the 5th day of May is saying to all of us who are doing this work, I'm going to open these 5-5 doors. Are you ready to walk through? Okay. Look what I got. Purple. Purple. Pretty much every alchemical tarot symbol all messed together in this card. All right. Ooh, okay. That is really something. Hi, Devin. Welcome. It still amazes me how many people can relate to this. This is the same moment. Thank you, Devin. I appreciate the feedback. Okay, at the top, D is temperance without this fear. That's beautiful. Okay. Now, what I would like to invite you to do is to take your central card and hold your central card in your hand and to look at it and to just breathe with it. And whatever visualization is coming to mind, if you want to use mine, of jumping into the ocean, touching feet down on the ground, putting my hands overhead and torpedoing out of the water, you can use mine. But this is a commitment to, this is an affirmation, this is you. This is you honoring the opening of this portal, okay? As this portal opens on the 5th day of May 2023, I freely choose to fly through this opening and release my fear of walking in a higher frequency. 3 times. As this portal opens on the 5th day of May 2023, I freely choose to fly through this opening and release my fear of walking in a higher frequency. As this portal opens on the 5th day of May 2023, I freely choose to torpedo through this portal and release my fear. Blessings to you all. And you have a little bit of time before the eclipse, so sit down with your journal and your pen and perhaps repeat this as we get closer to 15 minutes past the hour. Okay? Thank you all so much. Namaste.